This is not just a rejection, this is a counterattack on the negotiating table. Ladies and gentlemen, Iran has responded to a ceasefire idea, not with compromise, but with conditions so big that they could reshape the entire region. And guess what? At the center of this moment is none other than Donald Trump, whose push for a ceasefire has now been firmly rejected by Tehran. But Iran did not just say no, it came back with a list. 5 major demands, and each one carries global consequences. So let's break it down very slowly because every demand, it tells a story. First, Iran is not interested in a temporary pause here. No short-term truce, no cooling off period for them. Tehran wants a permanent end to the conflict with strict, binding guarantees. Not promises, but conditions that cannot be reversed. Well, this is about ending the war on Iran's terms. Second, the demand that is shaking the global energy market, control over Strait of Hormuz. This narrow stretch of water carries huge portion of the global oil, right? Iran is now demanding not just influence here, but the right to control movement and even imposing tolls on oil shipments passing through. Can you think about that? If this happens, it could change the oil prices that to worldwide. Now, the third one is about sanctions. Iran wants them gone, and that too completely. Years of economic restriction imposed by the United States and its allies. Tehran wants a full rollback. No partial relief, no phased approach, just a clean slate for them. Fourth demand is about the nuclear weapons. The question basically, Iran is demanding international recognition of its nuclear program. Well, legal acceptance, legitimacy under global framework. Well, this is a major red line for many countries though, specifically those who fear nuclear expansion in that particular region. Then comes the fifth and perhaps the most explosive, reparation. Iran is demanding compensation for damages caused during the conflict. Not just symbolic payments, but potentially massive financial costs directed at the US and Israel. And well, there is more beneath the surface. Reports suggest figures like Mojtaba Khamenei. They are pushing for a broader strategic shift, one that includes reducing the US military presence across the region, from the Gulf to the conflict zone like Gaza or Lebanon. Now, this is not just about ending a war, it's about reshaping power in the Middle East. Now, let's step back and look at a bigger picture here. Oil routes, military presence, nuclear policy, economic sanctions, in fact, regional conflict. Every major pressure point is being touched in these demands. So this is not just a negotiation list, is it? It's a blueprint of a new balance of power. And here is the reality check. These demands, they are extremely ambitious. For the United States and its allies, accepting them, it would mean major strategic concession. For Iran, pushing them, it shows confidence, but also it raises the stakes dramatically. So the big question is, what happens now? Does this open a door for serious negotiation or shut it completely? Will there be a middle ground, or are both the sides moving further apart? Because in diplomacy, just like in war, the opening move, it matters. And Iran's opening move, it's loud, clear, and uncompromising. This is no longer just about stopping the conflict. It's about deciding who shapes the future of the region. And right now, that future is hanging in the balance. So stay with us because this story, it's far from over.